give us good health, peace and prosperity throughout. We thank him for providing us an opportunity to come together in the MFIRD weekly series. And I, Zakir Ahmed, with 18 years of experience from HP, Samsung, and Wipro, working as a senior firmware engineer on Linux embedded systems, would extend a warm welcome to one and all to this session on AI for industries. A very good morning to all. So let's see what we have in store for today. We'll start off with the journey of AI in brief, where we started and where we are today, what has enabled AI to become so what it is so today, and how in the industries AI is getting used, what are the different use cases that people are using AI for. And then we'll also go through, as the citizens of India, what is the government of India currently doing, and what it has done in the recent past for us to enable the using of the AI for the students, for the entrepreneurs, and for everybody, and how if at all I'm starting a company or I'm running a company, how I can inculcate AI in my existing processes so that I can become a better, effective product company or whatever we are. So with this brief agenda, let's delve into the journey. It all started in 1950. Alan Turing, he had the wish of creating the imitation game. So what is the imitation game? Basically, we have an interrogator, a questioner, who's going to question client A and client B. Client B is a human being, so he is asking the question. Interrogator will ask the questions to client B, and the wish was we would want a similar client A, which is a mission, which will do the same activity as the client B. Basically, a mission. At this time, there was no name of artificial intelligence. Later on in 1956, the name artificial intelligence was coined in the conference, and a group was made and a study was done. That was where it all started. After it started, we have various springs and winters. It all started with good old-fashioned AI, with simple heuristic search, with simple algorithms. The boom one came, it died its own natural death. In 1960s, it started. Again, died in 1970s because we didn't have the proper infrastructure then. Again, boom 2 came in, expert systems came in, simple knowledge engineering algorithms came into picture around 1980s. Again, we didn't have the proper infrastructure, and then it died its own death. Now we are where today, after the 2000s, which is the boom 3, because of the machine learning algorithms, success of AlphaGo, deep learning, autonomous vehicles, social excitement and concern, autonomous weapons, what we see today are getting deployed, AI for social good. All these things are coming into picture because of the various infrastructures that we have today. So we are into the fourth industrial revolution, Industry 4.0. In 2000, beyond 2000, basically till 2000, maybe you would have all heard the word Y2K and things like that, where things were just settling down. And at that point in time, simple things came in, YouTube and simple things came in. And at that time, even we didn't have the proper smartphones, early smartphones, but early 2000. And when all these things started coming in, with the fourth industrial revolution, artificial intelligence, 3D printing, biotech, robotics, autonomous vehicles, nanotechnology, quantum computing, IoT, digital twin, digital shadows, and whatnot, all of them are using and will be using the AI for its further progressing. And that's why we call AI is the new electricity. Earlier, the sentence was made, data is a new oil. Now we have the data, AI is a new electricity. So if you see how the growth rate will be and has been has been in the recent past, and how will it be in the future for the next 10 years, has been forecasted by research papers. So from just 2023 to 2032, 2022 to 2032, even if you take the 10 years thing, it's more than 2000 US billion dollars of investment is going into this one, the market size. That means to say we are seeing 19% plus compounded annual growth rate in the coming years. And that's a big opportunity for one and all. What are the enablers? Why all of a sudden this AI has been increasing? How are people really using this? Let's try to understand a few use cases to let us know to that will help us to understand how AI has helping people. Few of them will go through over a period of time. From this slide, a few of them I'll just like to call out. So service operations, as you are all aware, most of us, whenever we do a call center, when we call to a call center, right, for any fridge repair or anything for that matter. Earlier things was that it was just he was just sitting in the call center job and answering things. Now things are getting slowly replaced by chatbots, virtual assistants, and now with AI assisted virtual assistants. Going forward, customer segmentation, one of the important topics for today. I have sold my product in the market. How many of them are using this? What segment of people are using this? Is it being used by the youngsters? Is it being used by the Gen Zs? Is it being used by the older generations? Is it being used by a specific demography of people? Is it being used by a specific community of people? All this information people are getting, and thereby using this feedback, how can I make my product better so that younger generations can use it, so that the other generation can use it, so that this particular demography of people can use it. So things are getting better based on the feedbacks that are coming from the field. Customer service analytics. We all call to the customer services. How we talk to them. How many of them are rude? How many of them are polite? Rude means it's unhappy behavior. People are not happy with my product. How many of them are really happy with my product, appreciating my customers, appreciating my customer service executives? How many of them are giving a better rating for me? So this analytics is helping people to make their products better. Customer acquisition and lead generation. You provide specific offers. You try, for example, I just got a call from one of the holiday packages saying, sir, you are the privileged customer. First, you get flat. Why? Sir, for that, we are having an event tonight in a so and so hotel. Great. So you get next, you get flat. Why? Sir, we want to invite you and your family for the dinner. Wow. So again, why? Next question, why? Sir, because you have purchased a car. You have purchased a flat. You have purchased so and so. How did you get this information? It's coming out from the database. Who's giving this database? It's all coming from the big data. All of them are giving this data. Again, data privacy things are still in place. But you get this data and then you create personalization stuff. You go in for the lead generation. 20, 30 people turn out, one or two becomes a bakra. Right? That's really happening today. So basically, you're trying to customize the requirement, select a specific database of customers, understand them, and give promotion offers, and then get the right customers getting involved. Product feature optimization. I'm working for one of this in our company. So we launch products. How we launch products typically by understanding the market trend. For example, a company like Samsung, if it wants to launch a phone, it just compares what are the smartphones available today in the market. What are the features it's going to offer, it's offering now, and what is that I'm missing? Initially, the trend when we were in Samsung, it was you launch the maximum features, but then they realized it's not getting used. People are not using it. In fact, to be honest, we as developers, we never knew how many features were there in the phone, how to use these features. So then this feedback loop came in to understand what is needed by the people. So now this trend is going on for all products across. So people are trying to understand the usage pattern, get the customer insights. And for that, people are using AI. Contact center automation in different languages. So the call center goes, earlier there was an operator sitting, he used to give, okay, this call used to be routed to that particular thing now. Now you have an AI assistant sitting there. This guy takes up your call, sees who is your, who can take up your call in a better way by personalization, by language, and by the load that has been taken by the existing customer care executives. So this way, people are using AI in the existing industry. Along with this, risk modeling and analytics, whatever you get in Truecaller today, the call you have got, right? It just shows in red, fraud, can be a scam. So this is giving a kind of, at least it's helping people to, segregate different stuff. And as we proceed, we will just try to understand the other use cases as well. Why and okay, how this is coming through, as I discussed in one of the use cases. So the main thing that is driving today is the big data. We have a lot of data coming. We have smartphones, smart belts, smart trousers, smart shirts, smart shoes, smart watches, everything smart. And this just smart means they are giving a lot of data. So we have a lot of data. Using this data, we can just make the decisions easily. So we have a lot of data. It means we need a place to store them, and that's why cloud comes into picture. So we have data stored on the cloud, but it has to be realistic so that we make context-aware decision. We make decisions just not by the data, but the context-aware decision. A person today is landing up in, say, Delhi or Lucknow or someplace. I go there. So immediately the context differs. So when I go there, what am I looking for? I'd be interested in hotels. I'd be interested in foods. So the decision will change based on the context. So this is helped by the IoT. You get the real-time data. Now you have data sitting on the cloud, getting the context awareness because of its real time. At the same time, it has to be protected. It has data piracy, data privacy, data security, data vulnerability. All these things come into picture, and hence we need a bigger chunk of cybersecurity here. We have all the data sitting in the cloud, and hence we can now use the machine learning cognitive AI approach, machine learning optimizations, machine learning models and techniques for the vision, so that it becomes we are just close to as human as possible, as close to the as close to the human brain as possible by using cognitive AI. And now this is creating a spot for us called as generative AI. Earlier, one, you could have been a master of one. That would have been sufficient. I'm a master of IoT. I'm a master of cloud. I'm an expert in big data. All that was fine. Now we need the ecosystem knowledge end to end, from the creation of data to where the data is going, how the data is stored, and who are the consumers of this data, and what is the data getting used for, and how people are making use of my data, so that I will be able to validate whether my data was useful or not useful, maximum used, least used, or not used at all. So we have data on this side. Let me try to use a pointer. We have data on this side, and based on this data, the actions will be performed. How? You can perform descriptive actions. You can perform diagnostic operation. Why did it happen? We can also perform predictive operation. What will happen in the future based on my history of data? We can also do a prescriptive operation to know what should I really do and not do, so that I take appropriate decision, so that this problem doesn't happen again in the field, in the market.
If
The,
I'm
the blues that you see here are done by the machine. The greens that you see here are done by the humans. So based on the operation that we perform, the actions done by the machines are increasing in comparison to the actions done by the humans. In descriptive approach, more human intervention is required. And diagnostic approach, less human intervention is required. In predictive, more or less. In prescriptive, it is almost nil. So but at the end of the day, the decision can be or preferably has to be done by the humans. And in some cases, like decision automation, if at all we enable this, then the machine itself will take the appropriate action. So this is where the existing data is getting into action mode by the help of the data, but with the help of the missions and the human beings together. As we will see going forward, it's the duty of the corporate or the senior management to make sure that we take a right combination of the missions and the human input to drive to a better positive result. We'll see once we reach there. Further, how we are using this, as in one of the use cases that we saw there. So predictive maintenance, this is a common use case that people are using AI in the industry. You might be aware, just by hearing the sound, the expert, for example, if you take your two-wheeler or a four-wheeler to a garage, so those people just hear the sound, and more the expert he is, just by the way of sound, he will tell there can be a problem in the clutch, there can be a problem in the accelerator, there can be a problem in the other belts, whichever are present there. So the experts will tell this information. Can we transfer this expert information to the missions so that I get to know my belt is getting worn out sooner in this month? This use case, for example, coming from the printer industry, we are using this to understand the customer, not to lessen or to reduce the customer downtime of the printers. For example, the printer will have a fuser belt, will have fusers and cartridges, all these things. So now, just they have introduced something called as using acoustics. So they have identified different sounds. If the printing is smooth, if everything is fine, how will the sound be? If there is chances of the belt wearing out, fuser belt wearing out, then how will the sound be? If the sound is worst, then what is the probable problem? So based on this information is being fed to the AI engine. So the ML algorithms use the data coming from the customers, based on this data, the machine ML algorithms are applied here, and then the customers and the company is given this information. Boss, this particular printer might get worn out in the next 1 month. These people, the company people will reach out to the customers proactively, telling them, if you do not want to see any downtime today, then please replace your particular component. For that, we are ready to send our customer care executive. So this is becoming a proactive approach. This has resulted in 10% of reduction in annual maintenance costs, 20% reduction in downtime. This is one of the typical use case. Second use case, now people are promoting robots to be used. I was in South Korea, so I had a friend of mine who was working in a company where majority of the people were removed and robots were introduced. So robots were just told to do the monotonous job, mundane job, the repetition wherever the repetition just happens, just taking things from one place, putting in the other place. So he was working in a company where blast furnace was used. We have all studied blast furnace, approximately 1000 degrees Celsius. So it was just programmed to take things from one place and to drop in the blast furnace. Unfortunately, just a man entered there in that place. The robot just took him and put him inside the blast furnace. In a minute, he was done. Now, using the same robots, so now we are trying to introduce algorithms for the safe collaboration of the workers, so that the robot understands it's the human and not any a non-living thing that I can take it and put it in the blast furnace. So AI is getting used in this one. Now, in the yield enhancement, this is coming mostly from the semiconductor industry. Whenever, whatever mobile phones and any electronic gadget that we have, it'll have its own circuitry inside, and that circuitry is been soldered, and we end up in getting printed PCBs, printed circuit boards. So this one requires a very small. Nowadays, it's coming with micro soldering. Very small needles and very small soldering happens. It's very difficult for the naked eye to see whether there can be any problems. So companies like Intel, Samsung, Siemens, and these companies are using the images to understand, can there be a problem? Can there be a problem here in the assembly line? So this has resulted in 30% reduction in the yield detraction. Another use case, automated quality testing. So the AI engine, Boeing has used this use case where, Boeing has made this use case that wherever there are probable chances of some, mechanical problems that can come in the flight. So they have created images, a lot of images. They have created synthetic images, and using those images, they have come out saying that there can be a problem in flight at this particular place. So a lot of automatic testing has been done, and during the testing phase, the images have been sent to the AI engine, and from multiple sites, the cameras take multiple cameras are inserted, and they take the images different places, and then they analyze and see, can there be a problem in this testing? So using this one, up to 50% productivity has been increased, 90% improvement in the defect detection has been seen. Supply chain management. So again, coming from the same use case, whatever I told, so for the predictive maintenance. So now, whenever we are trying to replace the cartridges or toners or anything, right? So beforehand, you get to know how many printers are getting out of cartridge, how many printers are getting out of toners, how many printers do need a fuser replacement. So based on this, the inventory is getting ready. One side, Amazon is using this, Walmart is using this, Cisco is using this, lot of things. So basically, it's a demand forecasting and inventory optimization. So one, you get to know about the inventory, what you have to prepare for. Second, who are the potential customers who need this thing? So you plan a route for them so that you optimize your cost on delivery. You optimize the cost on the executives that need to be visited again and again to these places. So all of them is being done using the AI techniques today. Supply chain management, using this, there is up to 50% reduction in forecasting error, 60% reduction in lost sales due to product unavailability, 50% reduction in the inventory. Support functions, especially with the call centers. So one statistical data from our company, when we discussed, we saw that a common customer call used to take approximately 20 minutes, and now it is reduced to up to approximately 5 minutes. So the AI is helping the customer care executives to tell there can be a probable problem here. There can be a probable solution here. Using this old data, what I see in my history, the ML algorithms have been applied, and using this using the ML algorithms on the data, there is a probable solution that have been suggested by the models. And now coming to the R&D, most of us from the R&D sector, we are all are advised to use GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot. We are all using ChatGPT, right? So this is all nothing but the AI enablement of this, which they claim that up to 10 to 15% productivity gain for all the people in different lines, starting from the engineers to the managers to the C-level executives. I was just listening to a thing on Microsoft 360 presentation. So they were claiming, for example, so the lady who claimed there, she told, I just wanted a PPT for my son. So she just gave that in the Copilot, and It just went, and after getting all the permissions, it just went to the Google Drive, took all the photos, took whichever were relevant, and it created the complete PPT for for his son's birthday within a few minutes. So basically, it's time that we all upgrade ourselves and start leveraging the power of AI. So the factory of the future looks like this, starting from the product R&D till the transport and supply chain management. Everywhere we are having technology, and AI is trying to be a catalyst and help getting required productivity in the respective fields. All this is fine. So now, being the citizens of India, so how has the government, or how is the government helping us? So if you see the current Indian AI market size and projection in the coming years till 2027, in the next 5 years, we see a huge investment. Up to 75 billion US dollars have been planned for this one. By 2018, a government committee was formed. A committee was formed from the government to understand the focus areas, with the challenges that we face today, how we can do the research, and what can be the upskilling options for the existing task forces, workforces, and how we can adopt this. So the actions for the government were proposed. And after that, now in the future skills prime, if you can just Google around, you will understand that this is listed out in the upskilling sections. This means to say anybody can just go there and upskill himself for the AI with the material available there. Apart from that, there are a lot of AI-based initiatives in the repository of India AI. If you see this indiaai.gov.in, maybe you can Google around, you'll see that there are 6 pillars India is focusing on today. AI in governance, AI in IP and innovation, AI compute and systems, skilling in AI, data for AI, AI ethics and governance. In the end, you will see so many initiatives have been taken by the government under this. So many articles have been published, so much in the news, so many videos published, so many research reports published, so many case studies done, and 472 startups in AI today. And we have 23 investment funds. For the people who are interested in getting the investments on the same India AI portal, you can just go to ecosystem and you see an investment fund. You have other things like events. What are the latest events that are happening in India, locally and internationally? Startups. Which are the startups which have started? Colleges which are offering courses in AI today. The companies who are into AI research and innovation. And all these things have been put up here. You can just browse yourself. So based on this one, different state governments have taken different actions and have made these statements. AI-enabled chatbot to provide information on 1,400 public services. Government of Maharashtra is driving. COE in data sciences and artificial intelligence. Government of Karnataka is driving. Drone-based delivery of healthcare supply. Government of Telangana is driving. AI video surveillance platform for prisons. Government of Uttar Pradesh is driving. Intelligent pest control system. Government of Tamil Nadu. And AI-based tools to scrutinize welfare applications. Government of Telangana, and many more things different governments are already using. If somebody is interested in tendering, getting the tenders for AI, there is something called as Tender Sniper. You can just browse in the Google Tender Sniper and just search for AI. So we have different AI tenders in different states. So one can just understand this and use this information. Amazon has made an announcement that of $1 billion for Industrial Innovation Fund, and companies like Rightbot, which is trying to ensure robots to perform the repetitive tasks. Basically, this is wherever the industrial innovation is getting fueled. So some company which is trying to fuel the industrial innovation growth can leverage this fund. Company like InStock, it's trying to use robotics as a service. So it's goods to person system maximizing savings. So it's trying to find out a way using robotics that it can deliver things to you. One of the use case for the generative AI, General Motors. This side you see simple seat belts. So using generative AI, it has tried to develop a single part, 8 components into one part, using generative design and additive manufacturing, making 40% lighter, 20% stronger, which no human brain could have thought of without the help of the missions. So going, okay, how many players are there today? You see a lot of players already there in the market. Banking sector, industrial sector, infrastructure and transport, retail and FMCG, pharma and healthcare, media and entertainment. So we see so many players already in the industry. These are all Indian players, and these are all in India. And the most interesting part today is LinkedIn has done a search to understand how many profiles have AI mentioned in it. Whether they know or not is a different question, but this will tell how many people at least want to use or are using AI in the profiles. So after that, after that survey, LinkedIn has published this chart giving an indication India is at the top, which means we have an opportunity to become AI solutions provider to the world. All this is fine. So now if I have a company and I need to inculcate AI in my existing company, where should I start? First, you deliver to the business goals. You understand what are my business goals, what is the product I'm going to deliver, what is the strategy I have to adapt. All this we need to understand. Step 2, just because we have a hammer, we cannot start hitting this using this hammer everywhere. We need to understand where to hit this, how much to hit. So this is AI is just like a tool. So where to use this, how much to use this. We need to understand the applications of AI in my field, in my company, in my process. For that, AI is totally built up on data. We need data to create a model. What data I can provide, from where I can provide this data, because data is the main thing for AI. What data can I provide? How much data can I provide? Can I use a real-time data? Should I use a synthetic data? Basically, I need to create data for this one. So with this, we start establishing the teams and partnership in-house and industry expertise, and then you start making the POCs and implementation for this one. This is how one can start adopting AI in the existing company. What skills are really needed for this one? Okay, yeah. What skills are really needed for this one? Process and automation engineers. So this one will be the existing workforce because they know the system in and out. They know where to automate, how much to automate, where can I get the data, how much can I get the data. So this one is an existing skill. Using this, after they identify the automation places, these are the places where I can do my automation. Then comes the data scientist role. Using this automation and using this data, what algorithms to apply, what models will fit in. So what analytics I can do here. So this role will be done by this. And once this has been decided, then comes the implementation. For that, we need the infrastructure, and the data engineers need to use this information that has been given here and apply it. And all of them will need the experts and translators, methods and delivery, how to use this method, how to deliver this, what are the capabilities required, how to give the training for this existing stuff. Because the success or failure of any real-time asset, to create them, to use them, to maintain them, everything depends upon different people who steer processes, to process engineers who have deep insights to drive improvements, to managers who oversee performance, to C-level executives. A people-oriented, holistic, forward-looking approach can unleash tremendous power when individuals, technologies, leaders, and advanced analytics work together as a single fabric. So this means to say we need to create this pool of talent, and it's not easy. It's in very high demand. So what is the easy option? We upskill. The existing workforce has to get upskilled so that they can do all these things by themselves. Yes, of course, you might need consulting at times, but if these people can be upskilled, that is the best solution. We always have the notion robots, AI might reduce our workforce. The countries with the highest robot density have among the lowest unemployment rates. So basically, it's a combination of technology and humans. We need to combine in the right way that will drive prosperity. So, what is the recommendation out of this one, out of this presentation? Do not think of reducing the workforce, but redirect them so that they upskill and they become the future AI. They apply AI to the existing technologies, and so that the productivity, effectivity, everything gets increased. And just because we have AI, do not think of using everything in AI. You need to be aware of threat. What are the threats my data? What are the threats that can be that my data can be vulnerable to? How can I safeguard my data? Because data comes from different sources. So you need to be concerned about the ethics. You need to be concerned about the sustainability. You need to be concerned about the data privacy of different customers. You're taking data for something else and using data for something else. This is not acceptable. So all these things come under ethics. So we need to be aware of all these things before we apply AI in the respective stuff. So with this, I would like to come to an end. And now the floor is open for the question and answers. And maybe, okay, just before concluding this, so this presentation actually was prepared by Saif Abrar himself, and I have delivered this on his behalf. But he is a better person to answer the questions that will be coming, and we can collaborate and answer this. Now we can discuss any open questions we have.
Assalamu alaikum, Zakir. Thank you for the lovely session.
Alaikum salam.
And to Saif as well for the presentation. The question I am Gayas. I work for Fidelity Investments as a data analyst. I have two questions. Am I clear?
Yeah, you're clear. Go ahead, man.
The first question that I have is with respect to artificial intelligence and LLM. In your words, what is the difference between LLMs and AI as such? The second question that I have is, um, you did an excellent job walking us through the use cases and where AI can be used. But is there a follow-up session probably later which talks about the technical aspects of AI, like for example, explaining us how the foundational AIs are built, like Gemini, Brad, etc., and what is the difference among each one of them? Thank you. Those were my questions.
Saif, maybe you can explain this one, because we have sections already had some technical sessions earlier on this one. Saif bhai?
Ji,
I just got this invite from someone. Sir.
Okay.
okay. So we do have we have covered lots of AI related stuff in the past. So and all those sessions are recorded. So we have a YouTube channel where we post those recordings. So in the chat, I'll give you the recording link, and you can go over there and see what all previous sessions have been done. So inshallah, you can find some of your queries over there. Is that
very
okay?
kind of you. Thank you.
Yeah. And there in the technical forums, I think we have already spoken about, not me, at least somebody else who has done this, has already spoken about LLMs and artificial intelligence, how things are different, how we can leverage this stuff there.
So basically, AI is, as you know, is a concept to mimic the human behavior, right? So in different ways, the humans can see, they can hear, they can speak, they can write. So that is the concept behind AI. And LLM is a way to achieve some of it, some part of it. So that is a way in which, for example, how you can output a sequence of characters, sequence of words. That is what the purpose of LLM is, and or how you can generate some stuff, maybe text or a video or a photo, something like that. So different kind of media, how they can be generative. That is what LLM tries to achieve. So LLM is another way of how do we want to uh, make AI possible in the world. So otherwise, there are lots of technicalities, and we have a few sessions on generative AI also. If you go to that, it's tinyurl.com/mfird. So over there, you will have a couple of sessions on generative AI also, inshallah. So in the chat box, I'm writing the YouTube link. You can just explore and various other technologies also as well, inshallah.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Yeah, so there's one question, Saif bhai, maybe.
जी, जी.
So please guide me. Okay, from Abdul Khader, please guide me if there is any AI generative tool to capture market data for a specific product. I'm an industrial project consultant. You have to create. So there are a lot of things available in the market, but we need to, because everything might not be customized because data is yours, right? So maybe Saif bhai, you can add to this if at all we have any existing AI generative tool to capture market data for a specific product.
See, there are two parts to it. So generative AI, as the name says, it generates data. Okay. So, and how it is trained is what you do on the captured data. So there are two parts of it. So first, the data is captured, and a model is made from that captured data. And from those models, based on that, those models, the generative AI works. So for capturing, you have other technologies, and then that data is used to generate the media that you want. So using generative data, you don't capture, but you generate data. So I hope that difference is clear. If you want to ask something else, maybe you can speak also. You can just unmute yourself. So anyone can unmute and they can speak.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Muhammad Abdul Qadir. Thank you very much for your reply. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. My question, I understood what you have said, but my specific question is related to the tools for capturing the data. As you said,
Right.
that AI is to generate data. Then I need to some guidance about the tools that I can use for generating this kind of data, because I use several chat GPT and other tools, Copilot also, but what I'm getting is not exactly what I need. So that's why I'm just thinking, maybe you are the expertise, so you can please guide me which kind of tools or apps available in the market that I can use it for this purpose. Thank you very much.
Right. So there is another concept in generative AI that is called retrieval augmented generation, RAG. So since you are already working in this domain, you can do some study about RAG, retrieval augmented generation. So the idea is that the tools that we see in the market are very generic, as you have already experienced. Now, if you want generation based on some specific data, then you have to modify these models, and that is what RAG tries to accomplish. So you can give your specific data to RAG models, and then they will start generating based on the data that you have given. So obviously the co-pilots, etc., that you are seeing on the internet, that are available for free. So those don't support RAG. So those are paid subscriptions for the RAG tools. You can just search on the internet for retrieval augmented generation RAG concept.
Great. Excellent. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Welcome, sir. Yeah, please.
Hello, may I audible?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, Ahmed Hassan, senior citizen from Aligarh. सर मैंने
माशाल्लाह।
पूछा था कि प्राइमरी स्टूडेंट्स और टीचर्स के लिए कौन सा एआई टूल्स यूजफुल होगा बच्चों के लिए ताकि ड्रॉप आउट कम हो, और जो बच्चे अरबिक स्कूल में हैं उनको इंटरेस्ट पैदा हो मैथ साइंस और लैंग्वेज में।
जी सर, आप अलीगढ़ में कहाँ से हैं?
मैं अलीगढ़ सर, सिविल लाइंस।
अच्छा, मैं इसलिए पूछ रहा हूँ क्योंकि जी मैं समझ गया, क्योंकि मैं भी अलीगढ़ से हूँ। मैं भी सर सैयद नगर में कयाम हूँ।
जी, मेरा फ्रेंड्स कॉलोनी मस्जिद के सामने।
अच्छा, माशाल्लाह। तो आप इसमें एआई बच्चों को सिखाना चाह रहे हैं या एआई के जरिए से बच्चों को पढ़ाना चाह रहे हैं?
नहीं, मैं बच्चों को पढ़ाना चाहता हूँ, मतलब एआई के जरिए से प्राइमरी स्टूडेंट्स खास करके अरबिक मदरसे स्टूडेंट्स को या जो ड्रॉप आउट्स हो।
हाँ, तो कौन से सब्जेक्ट्स आप उनको पढ़ाना चाह रहे हैं?
मैथ लैंग्वेज जनरल, ये मतलब जो जनरल उनको डेवलपमेंट हो।
जी, तो कुछ इस तरह की एडटेक कंपनीज हैं, एजुकेशन, जिनको हम लोग एजुकेशन टेक्नोलॉजी कंपनीज कहते हैं, जो इस तरह के टूल्स अभी बना रहे हैं जिसके ज़रिए जो एआई यूज़ करके पढ़ाया जा सके स्टूडेंट्स को। और उस पर काम चल रहा है, कुछ टूल्स ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल हैं मार्केट में, तो उनके थोड़ा सर्च करके जो है, आपके कोई इस तरह के अगर टीचर्स हैं थोड़ा टेक्निकली इंक्लाइंड, तो वो मुझसे कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं, तो मैं उनको अलग से फिर गाइड कर सकता हूँ।
जी सर, मुझे बताइएगा, आप अलीगढ़ से तो फिर अपना नंबर दे दीजिएगा। और
जी
ठीक है, जज़ाकल्लाह खैर।
Do we have any other questions?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
I need the information regarding to how to get a job in AI field. What type of courses need to do?
आपका बैकग्राउंड क्या है?
I have done engineering in electronics and communication. I'm working as a developer. So if I need to do upskilling, so what? So
AI is basically a big industry, और उसमें अलग अलग तरह के जॉब्स हैं। नाउ इट डिपेंड व्हाट यू वांट टू डू इन दैट। तो जैसे अभी बताया, तो डेटा कलेक्शन भी एक जॉब है एआई इंडस्ट्री में, क्योंकि डेटा के ही बेस्ड सारे मॉडल्स बनते हैं। फिर उसके बाद जो है डेटा कलेक्शन है, फिर डेटा क्लीनिंग होता है, मॉडल डेवलपमेंट होता है। तो बहुत सारे अलग अलग जॉब्स हैं एआई इंडस्ट्री में। So based on your interest, you can pick one of that job. Now there are multiple courses also available. You can go to any online portals that deliver trainings. And these days, AI training is almost free on all the platforms. So basic AI, you can learn from any of these, Udemy, Unacademy, all these places you can get the courses for free. Even Google, IBM, Microsoft, they have lots of courses available on AI. So if you want to start learning, those are the good places to learn basics of AI. And then you can go for some advanced certification once you have learned the basics. So those advanced certifications are paid certifications. So once you are confident that this is what you want to do, then inshallah you can go for some advanced certifications based on your interest. So as I said, there is a big industry and lots of requirements and lots of jobs, different kinds of jobs available. Excuse me. So based on your interest, you can pick up those jobs. So I would suggest you go to one of these learning sites, take some basic tutorials, and then you can, based on your interest, you can take advanced courses.
Jazakallah khair.
Welcome.
There's one more question, Saibhai, from in the audience. Which open source LLM is suggested by you, Ahmad V from Bangalore?
See, if you look at those LLMs, not all LLMs are equal. So everyone has their own pros and cons. So you have to do a study based on what you want to achieve and what are your parameters and what is your requirement. So I'm not sure what is your requirement because there are open source LLMs and everyone having their own pros and cons. So based on what you want to do, we can do a study and finalize on one of the LLM to use. So in general, nothing can be recommended, I would say, until unless the specific use case is at hand. So we have Mohammad Farhan Sheikh Saab. You have raised your hand. You want to ask something?
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Yeah, please.
Sir, I don't have any technical question, but I'm having general question.
जी,
So what impact we have on an entry-level job since AI is everywhere?
You want to get a job or?
Yes, I'm looking for a job. So I have learned backend skills. Previously, I used to, work with KPOs and all, and I'm having educational gap as well. So considering this scenario, I was just looking to.
So you want to get into the AI domain?
Yeah, no, not in AI domain specifically. I have learned development skills.
Software development?
Yes. So Node.js, JavaScript, and database.
Okay. So what is the question? I'm still not able to get the question.
What is an impact of an AI in entry-level job? Are they also looking for AI tools as well in the candidate?
You mean to develop the tools?
No, I'm just asking if I go for an interview, are they
Yes.
also looking in a candidate that he or she should be trained in AI as well?
No. If you are going for a software development for Node.js development job, they'll not. You're not expected to know AI.
Okay.
Okay. So this holds for any job. If you look at the job requirement, that will be very clearly told what kind of a skill set and how much experience they are looking for. So as long as you meet that experience and that expertise, then you're a good and fit candidate for that. So if you learn over and above that, so that's always to your advantage.
So we can say we don't have much impact on for those who are already in development and software field.
No, if you are being hired to develop a software, to develop a product,
right,
then obviously your development skills is what the interview panel will be looking for. Now, if you also know how to use AI, maybe to make you more efficient.
Okay.
That is something great. So that you can put in your resume that I can, along with my development skills. It is not that you don't have any development skill and you are just using AI tools to do the development. Then obviously that is not a good fit. You should know development yourself. And then to improve your efficiency, maybe you can use some AI tools. So
sorry to interrupt. Yeah. Hello, the question was asked, what is the impact on software if I am a fresher in AI? Of course, there is much impact. Let's consider MS Excel. We need to remember 175 all the formulas, isn't? But it has been replaced by Automata X, that is AI tool. No need to remember any 175 formulas. It's enough just you give a proper prompt. When you give the prompt, it gives you answer. Simultaneously, there are much more tools developed, so which helps which makes your work easier. Within 3 minutes or 3 seconds, you get answer. No need to remember all the formulas or programming code and all. For instance, I'm telling one tool is that Automata X, which is AI tool. It is useful.
Okay, that's a good answer. May I know your background, please?
I'm assistant professor. I'm a faculty in artificial intelligence department.
Which university, which college?
VJIT, Vidya Jyoti Institute of Technology.
Okay. Well, very good answer, very relevant. But
thank you, sir.
But
Yeah.
in industry, I would say every company, they have their own policy. For example, I am from IBM, and Copilot, the tools that you are talking about, they are completely banned in IBM.
Okay.
We are not supposed to use Copilots, the tools that do the development. Now, there are lots of reasons and logic behind that. So if a student is coming for interview and he does not know how to write C++ code, then I won't speak to him for more than 2 minutes. Whether he can use any of all these copilots very well, but I'm not interested in taking him in my team. So this is a very harsh reality. Sorry to disappoint whomsoever is disappointed with this answer, but this is the reality of industry. Every industry
yes, sir, I know that is there, and we have been using AI on multiple platforms as well. If I give an example, I use VS Code for coding, and there also, if you type anything or anything which is inbuilt, it also gives you suggestion. That is also a part of AI.
Correct.
But
So
my
that is
question
inbuilt
was
in the tool.
specifically for those who write program, who are already in that industry, and for those who are looking for a job in that industry.
So my advice is have the best skill that you can have in software development.
Right.
AI is to help you out if it is permitted in your company.
Right. But you should be perfect in your skills.
So if you don't have skills in development, then the tools cannot help you.
Right.
Okay. It's very
Sir,
simple.
I have one more question.
Yeah,
sorry,
sure.
I'm taking a lot of time.
No. It's yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Again, it's a general question.
Yeah.
Sir, since we know AI is everywhere, but not everyone is capable of learning everything.
Right.
If we take an example of if someone works for a McDonald's and he works on a counter and he takes an order, and eventually his job is replaced by an AI. Since it already happened in so many countries. So what is next? It's a general question. Yeah.
Next for whom?
For that person.
You should upskill.
But he is not capable of learning new technologies.
Right. See, whenever new technology comes, so you can take an example of any technology. For example, as Zakir Bhai said, AI is the new electricity. Now, if you go in the past, when electricity came, so what happened was lots of manual things, they got replaced, right? Now you can keep on taking example of any other stuff or any other technology. So people have to learn whatever they want to do. Even the person who was taking orders in a McDonald's or any other counter, he would have learned that. Before that role, he was not doing that job.
Right.
So he learned how to take the orders.
Right.
So similarly, it's with all of us. Whatever work, whatever job we have to do, we have to learn how to do that. And similarly, so AI is any other technology. So whatever it helps you, you take help from that. And wherever it replaces humans, so there are much more job opportunities being created by AI. So this is not what you see in media. Okay, so media wants something people get excited about. Well, for example, job loss and all those things.
Right.
But
Right.
not the positive part of it. Lots of
Correct.
new jobs are getting, and people are becoming more efficient. They are supposed to become more efficient
Right.
using all these AI tools. So this is called a job churn. So some jobs will be lost and some new jobs will come in. So it's a job, it's not a job loss, it's a job churn that will happen. And that is
Right.
happening. Okay. So
Right, sir.
it's a good news for everyone. There will be lots of, if you just see what happened when electricity came, so many industries that were not possible earlier, now they are running because electricity is there. So people who are doing manual jobs before electricity, if they would have thought my job will be gone, then obviously that was a wrong image that was created of electricity. And similarly, it's with AI. You will see much more new industries coming up, many new jobs being created.
Right, sir.
Okay, thanks for that interesting question, interesting discussion.
Thank you, sir. Jazakallah.
Welcome. So do we have any other further questions?
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm into project management. I'm a non-technical side for the past 2 years, like getting developed business applications. Before I continue, I am very grateful to attend this session. Thank you so much. And I wanted to see how I can do upskilling, as most of them really required upskilling as per the slides and as well all the discussions are going on. So first question would be, where can I upskill myself as a project manager, number one, and where can we find for all occupation how they can get upskilling in their occupation based on their role? Is there any specific reference website, or where can we find out? So please help me out on this.
Yeah, so there are multiple ways in which we can look into this. So one very straightforward thing is what you want to upskill for. Maybe what you want to upskill for the new tools that are there for project management.
Yes.
Or you are looking for some new role for yourself, next level, what you want to achieve.
No, first milestone would be for to improve in the existing skill of a project manager.
Right.
And then from there again, how do I like, once I find out that for the next position, whether it could be a CTO, or then how much I should go for through the AI upskilling. So that will be the second question, which maybe if I can get reference of any website where for all the occupations how much AI skills are necessary. If there is any kind of reference or like a career guidance for upskilling through AI.
Yeah. So at the very basic, since you are looking into projects and there will be teams working under you.
Yeah.
So I would say basics of AI is something that you should know. And
okay. Yeah.
How does it work, and where can it work and where it cannot work, things like that.
Yes.
And then you can use help of these generative tools like ChatGPT or Bard. So those are, you can use them as some kind of someone to counsel with.
Okay.
So like we have leadership coach, you can use them to get some idea about what you want to achieve in future, and you can get some idea about that. Otherwise, you can contact me in person.
Sure. I have asked for your number as well. Yeah, I have made a request for asking your number. I think if you can share your number.
Maybe in the chat box,
yes,
I'll
please.
put my number.
Yeah, that would be great.
Whoever want to discuss, we can have a one-on-one discussion.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Welcome,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Do we have any other further questions?
So first you can tell your number there so that before we lose the chat box, people can make.
Okay, so I have put it there, 9886512327. You can find me on LinkedIn also. You can just go to LinkedIn and search for, or at the first page, Zakir bhai, if you can flash that. So my LinkedIn ID is also mentioned on the first page of this PPT. My contact details, my phone number is there in the chat box, and my LinkedIn ID is here on the first page. So any last question before we finish?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, please go ahead.
It was a very good session, Zakir bhai. So can we get your contact number in case if you get any specific queries on AIs, we can contact you for details?
Yeah, my phone number is there in the chat box.
I
and my
think
LinkedIn ID is
Zakir
there.
bhai's number is there.
Ji.
Can you get Zakir bhai's contact number, please?
Zakir bhai?
Yeah. I'll share mine. Yeah. But better
Thank
go
you
to
very much,
person is
Zakir
safe.
bhai and Saif bhai. Jazakallah.
Yeah. Thank you.
So Zakir bhai, is it okay to close?
Yes, we can close it. Thanks a lot for all of your time.
Thanks everyone.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much.
Walaikum assalam.
Walaikum assalam.